what's up? So about a week ago, I made a game called The Hardest Game on Roblox, and you guys loved it, and I also asked in the comment section if I should update the game, and a lot of you said yes, so here we are. Alright, let's get right into it. So, shout out to @Sabalby34 for this idea. They suggested that I should add an option to turn smooth camera on and off, so I did just that. First, I added a new text label named smooth camera and an on/off button next to it. Then I quickly made it so it turns smooth camera on and off. Yeah, that's only one of the many other things we will be adding this video. Moving on, we will be adding some background music to the game. So I went around looking for some good background music, and I decided to use these three. I just hope they aren't copyrighted.
Yo, yo, yo! Ah!
Alright, let's go ahead and put these songs into the game. I'll add more songs in the future. First, I created a boolean value to track whether the music is on or off. We need this since I'll also add an option to turn the music on or off in the settings menu. Next, I set up the toggle option so players can switch the music on and off. I just copied and pasted one of the options and renamed it to music. And to make it work, I wrote a script that updates the boolean value each time the toggle is used. Then, I added a new local script called music handler under starter player scripts. This script checks the boolean value. When it's true, it plays the music, and when it's false, it pauses the music. Oh, and while I write the script in the background, I have noticed that only 6.1% of you who watch my videos are actually subbed, and 93.9% of you aren't subbed, so please, go ahead and hit that sub button. It really helps me out and motivates me to make more awesome videos like this one. Alright, back to the video. So I'm done writing the script, let's check out the background music. Let's go. The background music works, and you can even turn it on or off in the settings. Pretty neat, right? But now, it's time to move on to the next thing we are going to add. Sound effects. The background music definitely brings our game to life, but it still feels like something's missing. Then it hit me, sound effects. They could make the game feel a lot more alive. So back on studio, I decided to start with a jump sound effect. Wait, where's the footage? Oh. I might have lost the footage.
Are you serious right now, bro?
I'll just explain what I did to make a jump sound effect. First I made this script, and inside this script, these lines of code get the player and the player's character, then these lines get the new jump sound effect, and mutes the old one. Then this function runs when the humanoid does something, then it checks if the thing the humanoid just did is jumping, then it plays the jump sound effect. I know that was a lot to take in, but it's actually simpler than it sounds. Alright, so the jump sound effect works, but that is not the only sound effect we are going to add. We are going to add sound for the environment too, probably sounds for a river flowing, and sounds for the obstacles themselves, so let's jump straight into it. First, let's give these falling rocks some sound. So I went ahead and searched for some sound effects. Oh. That's not what I searched for lol. You need to fix your search thingy Roblox. But after a little bit of scrolling, I found these 3 sound effects. So now we have the sounds, we just have to code them into the rocks. Nice, it was just one line of code. Now, let us check out the results. It would be better if there was a slight delay to the sound. Boom, the sound for the rocks is done. Before we move on though, I think the jump sound effect actually gets annoying after a while, so to fix that, I'm making it so that the pitch of the sound changes every time it is about to be played. All I had to do was modify the jump script a bit. But before you say why not use math.random normally like this, I'm using this formula because if you were to use it like normally with decimal numbers, it won't work because math.random returns integers and not floating point numbers. So to generate a random floating point number, you have to use this formula. Nice. The game is really starting to shape up. But you know what would make it even better? More sound effects. Before I move on to the next obstacle though, there's this waterfall over here. It's just been sitting there, all majestic and silent, so let's give this waterfall a sound. So I found this sound for the waterfall, and honestly, it's perfect. Adding a looping sound to it is pretty easy, you don't even have to script. First, you drop the sound into the part where you want it to play. Then head over to the properties and check looped and playing. Boom. That's it. It's done. And the best part? The sound gets louder as you get closer to the waterfall. Ah yes, just like in real life. Except, you know, without the risk of slipping on a rock and dying. Next up, we have this cat in stage 4 that definitely deserves some sound effects, and not just some normal meow sound effect.
We need a sound that is evil, just like this cat.
So I found this cute meow sound effect, but to make it evil, I added a pitch shift sound effect and distortion sound effect to it. Simple as that. Oh, and this cat laughing one plays when the player is killed by the cat. Trust me when I say this took way longer than it should have. Most of my time was spent on fixing this one bug where the sounds don't play when they are supposed to, but after a while, I finally fixed it. Let's check it out. Nice. So the sound effects for the cat are done. But, unfortunately, this is where the video ends. In the next video we will add the rest of the stuff. Also, I'm really sorry for not posting for so long. I was sick and had some stuff to take care of in real life. But from now on, I'll try my best to post more videos more frequently. We will complete the update in the next video, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.